What is up, Steered Mike? Steer your life right. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I know I missed 2 weeks, okay? Don't harp on me too hard, okay? Life is hard out here, okay? Just know that. But we have somebody I've been trying to bring onto the show. He is a TikToker, YouTuber, not with just one channel, but two. Conscious Trucka. Let's get into it, man. All right, let's switch scenes. We'll get into it. All right, hold on. Let me see. There we go. Hey, look at that. Hey, if this guy
So
knows anything, it's style. It is style right there. The glasses are a freaking staple. Welcome to the show.
glad to be here, brother. Thank you for having me, man. It's
Oh,
been a
no problem.
you
It's
finally
been oh man, it's been a battle. I mean, they don't understand. They don't know what goes on in the background, but we're truck drivers. We clash. So, with that
yeah.
being said, one question that we got to go ahead and start off is
Mhm.
social medias. Go ahead, shout them out so everybody knows where to find you.
All right, yeah. So this is your boy Conscious Trucker. That's with a K.
Hmm.
KONCIOUS Trucker. TRUCKA. And you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on YouTube, and you can find me on Instagram. I don't have a Facebook yet, but that may be coming
Mm-mm.
soon.
Oh, a little. Hey, we got a little sneak peek, ladies and gentlemen. Hop over and onto those social medias. Follow, subscribe, do all the good things that you need to do because he's putting out content that I watch on a regular. He's putting out content more than I am. I'm actually. It's sad to say that. I mean, geez, but his content shows you a lot of things in the intermodal scene. It also shows you a few things, but we'll go ahead and jump into that later. Make sure if you're listening on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or even Apple Podcasts to hit all the 5 stars, the follow, all of these good things because we're bringing you good content. I only have 30 minutes. I have only a 30-minute show, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and dive deep into the life of Conscious. I'm going to break down just one part of his name because I kind of like that. The K really is like, ooh, shoot. Okay. So, how long have you been a truck driver and also why? Why truck driving?
um, well, I've been a truck driver for a little less than a year.
Okay.
And how I got into it is because, well, first of all, I used to be a firefighter for 11 years.
Mm.
Yeah, so I was driving a fire truck, something pretty big already. And most of
Yeah.
my been pretty much driving jobs. And um, I wound up retiring from there early, due to personal reasons or whatever like that. And then me and my wife was like, while I was off, we were kind of like trying to figure out like what we were gonna do, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
had another channel too, but um, I wanted to do something else. You know what I mean? And we took a dispatching course. That's how I got into trucking. Really, I took a
Huh.
dispatch. Yeah, I took a dispatching course. Really interesting, man. Really interesting. Great information and stuff like that. So my wife at the time, we were hearing about like a trucker shortage and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
doing our research and stuff like that on YouTube, and just talking to different people, and a lot of people that owned companies, especially like small trucking companies, had
Mm-hmm.
issues with not being able to put drivers in their trucks.
Mm.
So that's why I pretty much got into like driving trucks and going to get my CDL is because um, I didn't want to fall into that situation either. Whereas if I was to get my own company, like my dispatching company, or if I was going to acquire like trucks or whatever like that, just in case
Mm-hmm.
the truck driver calls out or they wind up leaving a company or whatever like that, you got a truck sitting there and you ain't making no money. So I'm like,
Yes. Yep.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go get my CDL. So that's
Mm.
that's pretty much how I got into trucking. You
Okay.
know.
Hey,
Uh,
thank you for that breakdown. That's
yeah.
man. So, with that being said, the being a firefighter for 11 years, let's just touch upon that because that's a. Do you need like a CDL in order or a chauffeur's license to even drive one of those?
And that's the ironic part, man. You don't.
Really?
No.
What?
And you have air brakes. Yeah. There is
What?
brakes in a fire truck, and you don't need a CDL. You just need a regular license. That's why I like when I wound up retiring, and I started to look into truck driving or whatever like that, and I was asking people like, being that I drove a truck already, I mean a fire
Yeah.
truck, I have to go get my CDL, and it was like, nah, you have to go get your CDL.
Oh
But
my God.
all
Well,
right,
I
that's
guess
what.
it's the combination vehicles kind of component is because you have a trailer and the trailer and tractor. Yeah.
Right,
Wow.
two
That's
vehicles,
interesting.
really.
Man, it is. Yeah, it is. That is wow. So with that experience from firefighting and then going ahead and like getting into the truck driving scene,
Mhm.
did you always start off local or did you have to do some OTR work at all?
No, I actually started off regional.
Okay. Okay.
Um, my first job was with Schneider, with the Orange Company.
Oh Lord. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you gonna get me in trouble. Oh God.
yeah. So
Okay.
I was on an account, and I was pretty much, I think, it was a lot going on at that time. So I'm
Hey,
I'm
we need all the details. All the details.
I'm gonna say it was regional, but it
Okay.
might. But I think I was running a lot of local, you know.
Okay.
But I was only there for like a month. That situation didn't work out too well for me.
Why?
Um, I don't know. It's just a disaster from the very beginning. You know, I just didn't have a good experience. Like when I got there, um, I didn't get a good vibe from like the facility that I was in, and then like a lot of the instructors were uh, like standoffish. They would like
Mm-hmm.
all the students would be over here, and
Mm-hmm.
it would be over here, and they would come in the morning, and they would just be like, "Come with me." They wouldn't brief us. They wouldn't tell us what we were doing for the day. Nothing like that. It felt like real. And I don't have anything against the military, but it felt real military-ish. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it just like it just didn't feel like they really respected, us as drivers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then I get there, and I have this on my channel too. I have a video on my channel about
Yep.
this.
Yep.
Uh then it came time for us to get boots, like safety boots, because they're big on safety. I'll give them that. They're really big on safety. And this is not to bash them in any kind of way. I'm just giving you my experience. All right.
Yep. Yep.
So, it came time to get fitted for the boots. So they fit me for some boots. They gave, we had to pay for the boots. It came out of, I think, your first check or whatever like that.
Yep.
And I took the boots back to the hotel because they put you up in a
Mm-hmm.
hotel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And because I didn't open them while I was there, but I went back to the hotel, opened, and I realized they were the wrong boots. So I said, "All right, no big deal. I'll just take them back in the morning, and I'll get the right boots." Well, I tried to exchange my boots, and they made a big deal about it. They made a
Really?
Yeah, they made a very very big deal about it. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm paying for these boots. You know what I'm saying? If I'm paying
Yeah.
for boots, I want the boots that I ordered, that I tried on, that I want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Now you're getting too smart for them right there. Way too smart.
Exactly.
Oh man.
So
Wow.
that was a big fiasco. And then I don't know, man. It's just my whole experience was just horrible. Like the first when I started my account, I went out
Mm-hmm.
very first day. I only worked one day for them. I was there for a month, but I only worked one day for them.
Oh.
Yes, because what happened was when I went out, first of all, my dispatcher, she was pretty much like come in at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon to get your truck and all of that stuff. I came in to get my truck. My truck was old. It was dirty. There was no inverter in there.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
one of the bunks was missing. It was like probably like an old training vehicle. That's what I'm gonna say. You know? Yes. It
Oh
was.
my God.
Think about somebody fresh coming into the industry, trying to get into the industry, and you get a truck, and you hearing all this stuff, and you seeing all these videos about how nice people's trucks are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Truck with all this stuff, and stuff is wrong with it. It was stuff broken and stuff. Bro, I kid you not, there was probably about 8 things that was wrong with that truck. They only fixed one. That one thing
Oh,
was the fire extinguisher, the bracket, it was
yeah.
loose.
Oh, hey, good job.
Yeah.
Woo! Hey,
You did
just
you
a
did it.
bracket. You did it. Good job. Wow. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah. So I got my truck or whatever. It took me a while to take it to the shop and, get acclimated with it, put my stuff in it and stuff like that. Cause I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna just deal with it. Cause I talked to my manager. He was like, maybe we'll give you something else down the line. I'm like, whatever, all right, whatever. So I went out. Bro, I was out till about 12 o'clock midnight because I was having issues with my tablet, and it was telling me that I was running out of drive time or something like that, right? Yeah. So, and I don't know if I was or I wasn't because I'm new. You know what I mean? I'm not really familiar with how to manage your time yet and all of that stuff like that. But I'm
Oh
trying to
man.
my fleet manager and my
Yeah.
manager. Nobody's picking up the phone. I can't get in touch with nobody. I leave a message. Nobody's messaging me back. Bro, I got so frustrated.
Yeah.
And I've heard stories where people pretty much just dropping their trailer right there and be like, you know what, I'm out. I'm leaving your stuff right here. But I have more integrity than that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I was like, you know what? And I had another load on me at 12 o'clock. But what happened was I took that load and I headed back to my terminal, and I parked it at the terminal. I parked the truck. I took all my stuff out and I dropped the keys off at the desk, and I resigned from that point.
Oh,
Yeah. Because
oh
I felt,
man.
I felt like I wasn't, there was no support there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was just a overall bad experience. But here's the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Is after I resigned, about a week later, I get a call from the
Mm-hmm.
rehire department. And they're like, oh, sorry to see you, what could we do to make it better? And I'm talking to them about making it, things that they could have done and blah, 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 or whatever like that. So then they pretty much was sending me through the whole screening process for taking the drug test and all that stuff. And I was about to go through all of that. And then, like 2 days later, they were like, we can't accommodate you anymore.
Why?
They never said. I
They
was like,
rehired me.
I don't know, bro. I mean, the kicker is I didn't call you guys to get rehired. You called me. And then 2 days later, you tell me you can't without any explanation. So, like, you know what? This,
Jesus.
this isn't the company for me, you know?
So, so we work at the same company, JB Hunt. What made you go the intermodal path?
Um, well, before that, before I went to JB Hunt, I was with Werner. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I was with them for about 4 or 5 months or something like that.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and I don't have any issues with Werner at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like I liked how my account was set up because I was doing regional
Mm.
and I weekly pass through, so I would be able to come home. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I have a
Mm-hmm.
family, so that worked out for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I got kind of used to that. I got kind of spoiled. I was like, I get to come home with my family, sleep in my bed, see my son, my wife,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I got to be able to take the truck home. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
And I lived about 25 minutes from my house. I mean, from my terminal.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wound up leaving there because there was a lot of um, issues with that particular account. I don't know about any other account that
Mm-hmm.
didn't go well with me or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I said, let me look for something else.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, my nephew, he runs an account in the Northeast for JB Hunt. Yeah, he's
Oh.
a fleet manager or operations manager. Sorry. So I got a little bit of insight from him. He doesn't do intermodal. He does dry van or whatever, but I got a little information from him or whatever like that. He was like, try it out. Look. So I looked on, their jobs list or whatever like that. And I said, you know what, maybe I want to try something local, see if I can get something local.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's pretty much why I got on with JB Hunt, because they had a local position,
Mm.
doing intermodal or whatever like that. So that's how I got, into the intermodal, the local part.
So do you enjoy the intermodal part? I know some of your TikToks, like you get stuck because a train is like passing through. You gotta wait. You're like,
Yeah.
So what are the pros and cons to it?
To what? To working for them or for
JB Hunt or just intermodal in general?
um I would say, hmm, it's a good question, man.
I
Because
threw you off.
I never really thought about like the pros of just doing intermodal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. I gotta get back to you.
Let's
Maybe.
start off with the cons because that's easy.
Yeah, well, the cons is, like you said, you gotta wait. And with this particular account, like, you don't
Mm-hmm.
make money unless your wheels are rolling.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not entirely true either, because you actually get paid, which what they call exceptions for.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
The catch is that you get paid after the first hour. So once you're there for an hour, then you get paid after anything after that hour.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I don't
Yeah.
know. See, I might have. For me, I'm semi-local with JB Hunt,
Okay.
and yeah, so I have to unload the truck though. So I do unload it, and I do truck-to-truck transfers where I have to physically pick up a box, put it on a slider, and roll it down. That could be 700 cases at one stop, and that's
Wow.
just one for 3 in one day. So if we are broken down, can't do nothing, we get
Hmm.
a flat rate for the entire day. Doesn't matter how many hours we're run down, we just get that flat rate. So I guess that's a little bit of a blessing. But I'm not home every day and my home life balance is completely whack. So how's a home life balance with intermodal?
How does the home life? You mean like as far as
Work
like,
life balance. Sorry. Work life
huh?
balance. The work life balance, how is that?
Well, um, I mean, I get home every day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I get home every day. Um, they are flexible, I guess, with when you can start, like the time of day you can start.
Oh.
And like you can pick like different shifts or whatever like that, and they may allow you to come in like an hour early or an hour later than your actual shift.
Mm. Okay.
Um, with the local also, it's kind of like uh, you don't have to be you don't have to drive. I guess drive as much as you
Mm-hmm.
regional or OTR or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think they really want you to drive, like to drive out your clock, basically, like I was doing with, because when I was with Warner, man, I was close to my 14-hour clock almost every day.
Woo.
Yeah, so you're really running. With
Wow.
local, you really don't run unless you really want to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can,
Mm.
if you want to, you be out there and make the money and hustle, then you
Mm-hmm.
can. You know what I'm saying? So it's all in your appetite and what you want. You know what I'm saying? But I
Mm-hmm.
like, me personally, I like to do a couple of those and come home at a decent time. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because I don't want to just
Mm-hmm.
come home and just get in my bed for the sake of being in my bed. I want to spend some time with my family. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That is very true. I hear that. So, question that I have is about your content. Obviously, a lot of people they join you, but they don't understand why you started it. What made you want to document your content and put it on TikTok, YouTube, and everything like that?
Um. Well, I think it's just my nature
Okay.
to to share.
Hmm.
That's mainly it. It's just to share. You know, I know um, how hard it is sometimes when you start in something new, whether it's whatever it is. It don't have to be trucking. But that's just my nature. Like when I learn something new, I just like to share and, and give my experience and, what I learned from it, some of the mistakes I may have made and stuff like that. And it's really just, to give it to people who are looking for the information. Cause I know, somebody out there is looking for the information or asking the question.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's basically it, man. Just to share whatever I know, to help.
That's great. I mean, there's a lot of people out here that they just in YouTube in general or TikTok, they make these videos in order to gain capital, money, and that's always great. But the true
Mhm.
motive should be about sharing your experiences and learning from somebody. Because when I went on YouTube for trucking for the first time, it was not as hectic as it is now. There's so many different kind of stories. There's different channels popping up every week. With that being said, how many interactions do you have with other YouTubers on a regular basis? Is it like every week or every once in a while?
I would probably say once in a while.
Okay.
I talk to you, every so often. I actually met one of the other YouTubers. He's an owner operator that does the local Intermodal.
Oh.
Um, you could check him out. Is ML Trucking?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I met him. Yeah, he's a really, really cool dude. He put me up on some stuff,
Okay.
because, my goal is to obviously own my own at some point or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just, watching other people's videos and stuff like that. I haven't really met anybody like that. I mean, to me, like what I do and how I approach it is more natural. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Out there like really looking for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is if we interact then it's cool. I just so happened to be at the rail yard and he was there and I was like, Kumar, I was like, you ML trucking, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, what's up? And I just chopped it up with him. Like, organic,
Yeah.
organic
Yeah.
like that. But I do watch other people's videos. I'm just not on it all the time
Mm-hmm.
because I'm working or
Yeah.
doing other stuff. I got a family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm uploading content and stuff on my channels and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm. That makes
yeah,
sense. That
I mean
makes
that's it.
sense. So, how was your family's impression when you started truck driving? Did they see that coming, or did you kind of like just was like, "Hey,
They did, man. They did. They did not see that coming, man.
really? Okay,
You know why? Because like I think people just have like just ordinary people, common people have like a stigma, like a, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
trucking,
yeah, yeah,
maybe because it's I don't know. I guess I feel like that because of like my family and maybe how they see me,
mm-hmm,
and they think that I would be doing something like that, even though I'll tell you like this: they were surprised when I took the test to become a firefighter.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know. I guess because I'm pretty much a laid back dude.
okay,
That's kind of like that kind of profession is like
mm-hmm,
very high energy.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Trucking is kind of like how they see
yeah,
truckers, man.
yeah,
they
beer belly, hat, plaid shirt,
got a little something, but but
uh,
I got used to it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, to be honest with you, I really didn't broadcast it to anybody.
wow,
That
okay,
was one of the decisions me and my wife pretty much made. We were like, you know what, let's just go do it,
mm-hmm,
and block out the noise because people are always gonna have something to say.
yes,
You know, so you know
I,
to avoid that, I did it, and whoever found out, they found out.
yeah, yeah.
So.
I guess we're going to go ahead and close this with this question. We heard about your past experiences, your present experiences, and just to touch upon your future experiences with how trucking is in 2022. Would you buy a truck now?
You said, do I? Wait, you broke out.
Oh, would you buy a truck now here in 2022?
Me and my wife was looking into this like not too long ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, my goal is to ultimately own my own trucking company.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what happened. One day, my wife was like, "Let's go down to the Freightliner dealer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And go to the salesman or whatever like that." So get on the highway. We're approaching Freightliner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming because there's this little side street you got to get off to get to it. So I'm coming down the street,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm coming up to the dealership, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, where's all the trucks at?"
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, they're all gone. Oh,
Gone.
God damn. Oh, all
Gone.
of them?
All of them.
Oh, my gosh.
All of them. So I'm like, something ain't right here. So we go in. We're talking to the salesman or whatever like that. So we're like, where's all your trucks or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, we don't have any right now because of the computer chip shortage, and there's just a shortage because everything is ran by computer. We
Yeah,
have the chip shortage.
everything's on computer. Yeah.
Right. So he was like, "Yeah, we don't have any right now." He was like, and even like the used dealers, is very rare where you can find a truck. You would probably have to find a truck from somebody who's selling it personally, like on Facebook or whatever like that.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So so then he was like, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna say this was probably about 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago that we went in there." And he was like, "Yeah, we're backlogged till August or something like that
Oh,
or
my
whatever."
gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
And then he was like, pretty much like if you placed an order for a truck, um, and because of the supply chain is all messed up and everything is going higher,
Mm-hmm.
you would have to pay the difference.
The
Yeah,
difference of what?
the difference between the price
Oh,
that you
no.
originally quoted on
Oh,
and the price
no.
now. Yeah, yeah, yep. And all they had was on that lot was box trucks, and it was box trucks, and I think it was something else. It was box. Everybody, from what I understand, everybody is pretty much going into the box truck thing. If they can't get a semi, they're gonna go into a box truck. Just to, I guess, to make money or whatever like that. And that's not something we really looked into, the whole box truck thing.
No.
So yeah, it's a truck shortage, and then not only that, here's the kicker. He said that the price you would have paid for a truck like last year
Mm-hmm.
is now
Double?
double.
Oh, no.
So now you're paying double for your trucks now.
Wow.
So when you ask me, do I want to buy a truck now?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, so the video I made about the trucking apocalypse is spot on, correct?
Correct, man. That's why I was like, man, this is this is right on. You know,
It's a bad time to own a truck. Ah,
it's
man.
a bad time to own a truck. But you know what? We looked into leasing too.
Mm.
So
How does that look?
I mean, you have the owner operators, and then you have the people who are leasing, and you have that tug of war. Some
Oh.
people say yay, some people say nay. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know, but from what I hear, it's better to go into leasing right now.
Right now. Yeah.
Right now.
Man.
So I don't.
Man. Well, thank you so much, Conscious, for coming into the podcast, Steer Mike, Steer Your Life Right, where we definitely have the conversation that is much needed to give you guys valuable information. Go ahead and shout out all your social media so they can go ahead and check you out, by all means.
Absolutely, man. And I appreciate you having me, man. This has been a long time coming. We've been trying to put this together.
Trying, man.
We finally got it. But yeah, you can find me Conscious Trucka. It's with a K. Conscious, Konscious Trucka, Trucka. And I am on Instagram, I am on TikTok, and I am on YouTube.
All
So you
right.
can find.
And I'll get those links from you as well. We'll put them down in the description. Make sure to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and also, I hope you got to the end of this podcast, okay? If you did, make sure to comment full thing, right? You watch the full thing, and I would greatly appreciate, and it gives me a little bit of a feedback. With that being said, guys, this has been Steer Mike once again. Steer your life right. We'll catch you guys in the next podcast. Peace out.
Peace, family.